I found this old school chair by the side of the road. I found examples online from 1880 and 1950, and based on the materials and styling, I think this one falls somewhere in between. The first thing I try to attack is the screws. They're both gunked up and a little rusted, so I have to sort of scrape them out, and even then, I require power tools to remove them, which does damage the screw ever so slightly. One of the places you often see chairs fail is the joint between the back and the bottom as people lean on them. This one, being a school chair, has extra reinforcements. They're not the greatest style, but they do make it stronger. So one of the things I like to do on visible fasteners is to polish them up a little bit. I just take them, sand them over some 220, how quickly things can flash rust. I give them a light coat of lacquer so they stay nice and shiny. Given this was a trash find, I thought it was wise to clean it up. And there was only one loose joint, so I spread it and put some really thin CA glue in there. For the finish removal, I started with card scrapers, but for the really awkward corners and with all the joint areas, I used an electric sander. What I found in the corners was glue squeeze out from a previous repair that really gunked up the sandpaper, and I found these at quite a few joints. The repairs were done February 23rd, 1962. So something I discovered working on another project is that silky oak, which is what this timber is, responds much better to either hand planes or scrapers than it does to sanding. So I actually go back on the show surfaces and scrape up a really nice finish. It makes the timber look much more vibrant. The edges still need a little sandpaper though. And the parts of the chair that aren't silky oak get the regular treatment through the various grits. A good finish starts with a clean surface, so I blow off the dust from the corners and various nooks and crannies. My shellac container glued itself shut. Turning it upside down and squeezing in a little alcohol makes it easy to open again. So everything gets a nice base coat of shellac. Now I hear what people could be saying. It makes things a little yellow, but here's what the silky oak looks like with just alcohol on it. It's a naturally quite a yellow timber. After 2 coats of shellac, I decide that now is a good time to add all the screws and the reinforcements. And yes, I lined up all the screws. And the shellac is just a sealing coat. I go back and I polish it out. And it does look pretty good. You could leave it there, but I want something a little more robust. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray over the shellac with pre-cat lacquer. And I do a few tests to dial the spray gun in. And after all that, you have a nice little chair. Thanks for watching. Sit up straight.